the curfew, and y'all up here saying stop the violence when Bush got troops across seas fighting. How you gonna tell us to stop fighting and not fighting? That's what I don't understand. And also, y'all sitting here saying, oh, teachers can help, parents can help. I mean, I'm a teenager. Half the time, I don't listen to what my teachers or parents say. So if anything, y'all should get teenagers that influence other teenagers to do good stuff. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I be in the streets 24/7 banging and stuff, but I'm saying, like, I talk to my homegirls and I'm like, yeah, we should do this, whatever. We should go to the movies, we should go to the mall, stuff like that, whatever. But I think the curfew, that's not gonna do nothing to make the situation worse, like everybody else was saying. And my sister wanted to know, how much do y'all really care? Y'all sit here and say y'all care about stuff and all this other stuff, but I find it wrong that 16-year-olds can't be out past 10, but yet y'all be quick to charge them as an adult in court. Why is that? I don't understand that. Y'all be quick, like, let's be real. You want to treat us as adults, treat us as adults, like, the whole way. Don't have us have a curfew, but yet when we do something wrong, y'all want to charge us as an adult and have us get life and stuff, and we can't do nothing outside of the house. No, that, like, to me, that doesn't make no type of sense. That don't make no type of sense to me. And it's like, the whole thing, like, y'all, it's dumb. Yeah, y'all can open up more communities, y'all can have little dance schools, rap schools. I think the rap thing will work real good because all the boys in the streets where they can rap. So I'm saying, that's something for them to do, to keep them out the streets, to keep them away from the guns, away from the drugs and all of that. But this curfew not gonna do nothing about it. Like the other girl said, they not gonna do nothing but do everything earlier in the day. So that's what I gotta say.
Because the system has certainly failed many of you in the past few years. But again, if I came here tomorrow and said, let's have a talent show, how many of you would be committed to coming? How many of you would be committed to ensuring that violence will not happen? Unfortunately, we do live in a violent time, but at the end of the day, no matter what we offer as a board, it is upon you to begin to assess yourselves and say, you know, what are some of the things we can do as youth to change? So that's what we're here today for. We clearly hear from each and every one of you. It's good you're coming up and you're telling us about the system and you know, what are some of the things that affect you. But I'm gonna tell you, I was born and raised on Sylvan Avenue. I continue to live in the community where I was born and raised. I was educated in the Haven school system, and I don't think personally that an ordinance such as a curfew is the solution. It's not the solution. You do need services, but we need to hear from you what you need, and we also need to know that you are committed to really help us get rid of the violence that is in your community. That's what we need to hear, and that's not just for you, but that's for everyone that is going to speak tonight. We need to know, because it is not us that's out there committing these crimes. It is the youth in this city that are out there committing crimes. And we need to clearly understand what commitment are you guys going to put forward to help us change what is going on in your community.
They house and come here for nothing if y'all didn't have commitment. So just everybody being here, that's enough commitment said. That's how I see it. And the people that's getting up here, they also saying that if y'all did open up programs and stuff like that, they would be a part of it. Because like I said, we wouldn't be standing here today if we didn't hear about it. I mean, that right there should be enough.
And you're absolutely right. But I also believe that the youth that are in this room are not the ones committing the crime. I believe that. I don't think to go out there and deal with the youth that are committing the crimes.
Definitely, everybody have the knowledge to influence that person that committed a crime to do what they need to do in order to get their life straight. I see it as everybody in here, like I said, know everybody that did something. We could say something to that person and tell them not to do what they're doing. I mean, if you really care about the person that you know, then you would say that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, I don't know nobody that committed a crime, because I do. And I sat down and talked to them about it and asked me if they're doing it still. No, they're not. So it's not all on the parents, it's not all on the teachers, it's on the peers too. That's how I see it. That's all I have to say. Any more questions?
I didn't grow up in Raven. I've been living in here for 3 years, and I was like one of those bad kids that was like running the streets and doing all these other crazy things. And programs like ROTC and all these other things, like, they really helped me. Like, I got the discipline that I needed, and I mean, they're not yelling at us or anything, but it really taught me how to, like, lead things and all these other types of things. But with the things that we need more programs, we need more business classes, and everybody said they need the Q house open. That should be open. That's like a big place using that space for nothing, just sitting there. I think you should use that. And more like business things. Because I want to open up a company myself later on in the future. A clothing company, so just something to prepare something for us.
Hi, good evening. My name is Felicia McBride. I'm a senior at Co-op High School. And, there was so many good points mentioned tonight, and I jot down little notes because I really just want to touch briefly on a lot of good things I heard. I like the part about emphasizing the parents' role, so I want to speak on that. And a new ideal came to me. But I first want to begin by saying that as I was talking to people today about this issue, and we were throwing across ideas and such, people had brought to my attention. They said, well, you're not one of the people who's out on the street at night, such as other people who are up here. We're probably not the ones who are there at, at those hours of the night, which is true. But I will say that earlier today, my art class from school took a trip down to WTNH, New Channel 8, for an interview because we had designed the window, something good. We were doing a project at the Barnes & Noble, the window contest. I don't know if you've heard. But I'm sure that got about 30 seconds or such of air versus like 4 stories prior to that story about some sort of shooting, some sort of youth killing, some sort of youth brawl. And what it does for me is that it gives me an image, because I say my name is Felicia such McBride and I'm from New Haven, and all of a sudden it's like, New Haven? So it creates this image for everybody, whether you're in these, conflicts or violence or whatever is going, because we are part of this community, it gives all of us, whether we're partaking or not, that same view, like we're just a little bit below everything. And so, what I want to say about the ideas that people were bringing forth about bringing more resources into the community and such, those are great ideas, but this situation is really, it's a lot more complex than we all think. It's not just about bring these things to the community, problem solved, Because when I'm thinking about all these things that you want to bring in, the ice skating rink, the cafes, whatever it may be. As I was thinking about it, I thought to myself about the incident that took place a couple weeks ago at the mall. Okay, now the mall has all these wonderful resources in there, the theater, the shopping, whatever it may be. And look what happened. All these kids, I'm sure a lot from New Haven, brought all their drama problems to our resources. We're open for us to enjoy, and they brought their problems there, and how many people got arrested and sent home and whatever. So with that being said, I think young people, like they said earlier, it's not only just about if these things are brought to our community, we don't know what kind of budget they're working with, but if it is brought into the community, we do need to take a personal assessment and say, okay, what, I need to behave a certain kind of way in order to have this resource available to me for a long period of time. And on the parents' part, I wanted to emphasize too, as the other people were saying earlier, that it's true. I think, the fine thing, it was interesting to me. I thought by enforcing the fine part, parents might be mad, but I think it's true, and it'll take a double effect where not only are you getting the kids off the street now, but also you're making parents' eyes open and say, yeah, I do need a spit fee up, I need to get things together, I need to get my act right. And so part of me was for it. Part of me was really for it. Parents do need to take a great initiative, and it all begins at home, Okay.
I'm Darryl Brown, and I'm a sophomore at Hill House High School, and I am the vice president of my class. I live on 110 Kids in the Street, and you know, one of the problems that I do notice is that the police, all they do is run the kids from corner to corner. They don't say anything to them. They need to talk to the kids, get them home. Don't run them back and forth, because all they're gonna do is go back to the other corner. You know, so what people do, the police, we need a positive influence on the kids with policemen need to do that. They don't just run them back and forth. You know, there are people, you know, everybody had to say what I had to say, so I'm not going to repeat that. Because what the youth have to say, we already said it. I think you already got our point. So that's all I got to say.